session again. So Ketan is a master's in organic chemistry and also done his management studies. And he has a very rich experience of 21 years in sales, marketing, motivational and industrial training. And in the past 14 years, he has trained over 20,000 hours and 300,000 plus participants. And he also runs a community called Mission Online Swarajya. So Ketan, I once again welcome you and thank you for taking the session.
Thank you, Sham sir. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, and I will start the session. So yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Bindu. Good evening, Kuldeep. Good evening, Meghna, Samir. Yes, Sant Kumar, Selva Kumar, Suresh. Yes, all of you. Good evening. Let's start the session. And since we are meeting first time in this year, let me wish you a very happy New Year. And the topic of the session is new year and new me. Okay, so how many of you are interested in new you? Just type me in the comment box. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Sham sir. Yes, Rudresh, of course. Yes, wonderful. Great. Fantastic. Okay, so there's a wonderful saying which says that if you keep doing the same things, then you'll keep getting the same results. And if you really want something new, then you have to do something new. You have to be with somebody new, and you have to be something new. Okay, so we have to do something new, we have to be something new, and we have to be with somebody new. Okay, so the definition of insanity is you keep doing the same thing and expect different results. So if you really want different results, then you have to start doing things which are different. Okay, so let me ask you the first question. Have you started anything new this year that you feel will contribute to becoming a better you in 2023? Anybody would like to share? Okay, you can just raise your hand and we will unmute and you can share. This is what I have started in this year which will change my 2023. Yes, anybody? Yes. Okay, chalo. Let me ask a very a simple question. Okay, how many of you created resolutions for 2023? Just type me in the comment box if you have created few resolutions for 2023. Okay, just type me in the comment box if you have some resolutions. Yeah. Okay, Rudresh. Okay, Meghna, wonderful. Anybody else? Okay, ऐसा तो होगा नहीं ना, नए साल में रेजोल्यूशंस क्रिएट नहीं होंगे, ऐसा होगा नहीं. ओके, बट देयर माइट बी अ रीज़न जिसके लिए आप आंसर नहीं कर रहे होंगे, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी उसमें से बहुत सारे रेजोल्यूशंस मस्ट हैव गॉन डाउन द ड्रेन. ओके, even the international research shows that by 8th of January 98% of the resolutions people default on their resolutions and they forget that they have decided something to do on a regular basis. Okay, so that might be the situation, and I completely understand that, because only the year changes. Okay, and nothing else changes. Okay, we are a product of our habits. Okay, and if habits are not going to change, nothing is going to change. Okay, we are a byproduct of our knowledge. So we know certain things and we keep doing the same things regularly based on that knowledge. So nothing is going to change. Okay, we are we are a product of our skills which we have deliberately created or not created, okay, throughout the years. And if they are not going to change or upgrade, there is no great change that can come into our life. And the most important thing last, on which whether you will keep acquiring great knowledge, building great habits, and building wonderful skills, depends on a very very important factor, that is your attitude. Okay, so it is knowledge, attitude, skills and habits. Unless and until there is a difference in either your knowledge, attitude or skill or habit, nothing is going to change for any of us. Okay, how many of you agree to this? Just type I in the comment box if you agree to what I'm saying. Yeah, just say I in the comment box. Yeah, okay. Lovely, Meghna, thank you. Thank you, Rudresh. Yes, Vasu, thank you. Super. Yes. Manikant sir has raised hand. I'll unmute him. Yes, Manikant sir, go ahead. Or you just joined the meeting? Okay, no problem. I'll lower your hand. If you have to say something, you can raise hand again. Okay. So what we are going to do? Okay. Sorry, no problem, no problem. I understand that. Okay. So what we will do today. I have few questions for all of you, and this is going to be a wonderful self-introspective session. Okay. So I'll start shooting questions. Okay. I hope that you have a pen and paper with you. So if you're sitting for this session for next 2 hours, then next 1.5 hours, then I feel you must have pen and paper and try to answer few of the questions. Okay, I know you'll not be able to answer all the questions, or for few of the questions you might find that you are getting same answer or repetitive answers. That's completely okay. But even if you find certain good answers, I think that will help. Okay, I'm going to close my video, only my audio will be on, and I'll ask you question, and I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes, okay, maybe in some cases more than 2 minutes, to reflect on that question, and we will keep going ahead with those questions. Okay, will that be fine? Yes. If that's okay, just type okay, and if you are ready, just type I'm ready. Okay, and we'll start with the questions which I want to shoot. Yes, if you are ready, just type I am ready, and then we'll go ahead. Yeah. Yes. Who else is ready? Rudresh is ready. Yes. Suresh sir is ready. Wonderful. Anybody else who's ready with the pen and paper? Yes. Selva Kumar. Wonderful. Yes. Sham sir. Fantastic. Okay. I think I'll close my camera and we will start. Okay. Let's start with a very, very fundamental question. First question, who am I? Okay, so how do you answer this question? So this is some help to you. Okay, if your tombstone has to describe all that you have always wanted to be, what all it will say? I think one of the most powerful question. If any one of you have read the book by Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the first 2 habits he speaks about. First one being proactive, and second, begin with the end in mind. Okay, so before you start your journey, decide where you want to end it. And that's the precise question this question is trying to ask you. What your tombstone will describe, all the things which you would like to do. Okay, I'm going to give you exactly 3 minutes at this point of time to answer this question, and then we'll go ahead. Okay, wonderful. Anything you found out? Okay, any realizations the moment you start, contemplating on this most important question? Yes. Anybody? Anybody found anything when you thought about this question? Yes. If you have, just raise your hand. If you want to share something, you can share. Yeah. Anybody? This is the most important question. Okay. Stephen Covey says in that book, when the destination is clear, decisions are automatic. Okay. When you're clear with in which direction you're heading, life becomes pretty easy. Okay. Now, whatever you have written, okay, if you found something and if you find it difficult, I'll give you another technique. Okay, I think that will help you. So this is called as I am technique. 1 minute. Yeah. So this is one chart which I have created for myself, where wherever I want to reach in my life, I know that to be somewhere you have to be first. Okay, so these are the adjectives which I have written for myself. Okay, I'm confident, I'm healthy, I'm action taker, I'm dependable, I'm responsible, visionary, co-creator, financially free, family man, okay, great speaker, author, writer, singer, swimmer, mountaineer, motivator, avid traveler, okay, full stack brain, who trusts and delegates, okay, committed, leader, decision maker, simplifier, okay, energetic, enthusiastic, blogger, YouTuber, which I regularly do, okay, podcaster, meditator. How many of you meditate regularly? Just type me in the comment box. If you meditate regularly, just type me in the comment box. Yeah. Wonderful, Meghna. Wonderful. Okay. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. And today, the session is going to be a very meditative session. I'm telling you. Okay. You will get a lot of things. Okay. So what I want you. Okay. So if if you found few of the adjectives which are relevant to you, okay, just start writing them on a paper. Okay, write them down on a paper, that I want to be this, and if I become this, no, then ultimately whatever I want to contribute will start falling in place. Okay, very, very powerful exercise. Okay, so I'll give you another minute. Okay, write down all the objectives. When you're done writing all your objectives, whatever 5, 10, 15, 20 you get, write them down. I'll share mine again. Okay, if you want to if you're inspired by few of them, you can copy or you can have your own. Okay, once you're done, you'll write done in the comment box. I'm giving you 1 minute. Okay, superb. If you're done, just type done in the comment box and then we'll go ahead. Thank you, Rudresh. Yes, Meghna, thank you. Okay, so that is wonderful. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, super. Let's go ahead. Now, the next question, okay, this is very, very powerful question again. How do you view yourself? Okay, do you view yourself in general as a positive person or a negative person? Okay, and this all will depend upon the inputs which you're getting. Okay, it is always said 5 years from now, where you will be is decided by only two things: the books you read and people you associate. Okay, so are you deliberately doing any conscious efforts to enhance the positivity, at least at the thought level, and ensure that the negativity goes down in your life? Okay, very important, because it's always, thought to word, word to action, action to habit, habit to character, and character to destiny. Okay, your thoughts will become your words, words will become your action, action get built into a habit, habit shapes your character, and character is shaping your destiny. So unless and until you have a system where you are deliberately infusing positivity into your system, okay, life will take over, or negativity will take over. Okay, if you really want to grow a mango tree, you have to take care of that mango tree for almost 5 years. You have to protect it from a lot of forces. Okay, you have a very, very fertile land and you keep it as it is, then there will be lot of wild grass will grow onto that land. And why? Because the negativity is like that wild grass. You don't have to do anything; it will grow automatically. But if you really want to grow a mango tree, then you have to take 5 years efforts to grow that mango tree. Okay, and mango tree is like a positive things in your life. So unless and until we are consciously doing certain things to build this positivity, it will never come in your life. Okay, and when I ask this question, are you positive or negative, you have your answer. Okay, so let me ask you the next question. Yeah, so this is saying sometime negative, sometime positive. Yeah, that's life. Okay, nobody can be completely positive or completely negative. It's that's the seesaw that will keep happening. But when you start altering the inputs, output definitely starts changing. Okay, garbage in, garbage out, positivity in, positivity out. That's the rule. Okay, so let me ask you a very simple question: how can you enhance the positive part of your personality? What all things can you do? Give me an answer. Yeah, I would like to read all your answers. Okay, give me an answer. Yeah, what all can we do? Yes, Sham sir is saying be with positive people. Absolutely. Silakumar is saying being honest. Yes, very important. That impacts a lot. Okay, you have. Okay, focus on work. Absolutely, Rudresh. Okay, focus on work. Focus on the positive part of your work. That's more important. Yeah, very important. Anything else? Yes, that you can do to, in general, enhance the positivity in your life. Yeah, read great books. Absolutely, very, very important. Yes. Okay, how many of you read self development books or positive psychology books regularly? Just type I in the comment box and give me one or two names. Let me understand what you're reading. Yeah. Yes, anything? Any books you're reading, not reading? Okay, I'll give you a very simple technique. Okay, so in the comment box, I'm giving you a YouTube channel called as Quick Read. Okay, and let me share the Quick Read screen with all of you. So this is a channel with almost lack of subscribers, and they have so many audiobook summaries. So any great books, generally if you're reading it for half an hour every day, it will take at least a month to complete that book. That entire book you will get in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so what I generally do whenever I go for a morning walk, okay, I'll listen to this because I do a 45-minute walk. I'll listen to at least 2 or 3 books. Okay, and even if I get 2 or 3 ideas out of this book, it keeps me in a very different mood throughout the day. Okay, it's a very, very powerful thing. Okay, for example, if you have, I don't know whether you heard about this book.
Summary of Atomic Habits by James Clear. Written by Lee Schullery and Quick Read. Narrated by Alex Smith. Introduction. If you're looking to get your life back on track, then Atomic Habits offers an easy framework for improving your life every day.
Okay, before I go ahead, I'm going to, I'll make you listen for at least a minute. But let me ask you a question. How many of you have heard or read about this book, Atomic Habit? Just type me in the comment box. If you heard about this book, Atomic Habits, yes? Acha, Meghna Singh heard. Good, very good. Acha, you have heard about it or not read? Okay. So can I share a 2-minute book summary with all of you? Okay, will all of us listen to this for next 2 minutes? I just want to show you the power, what it can do if you start doing it for only 15 to 20 minutes every day. Okay, so let's go ahead.
James Clear, one of the world's leading experts on habit formation, reveals strategies to help you form good habits and break the bad ones. You'll also learn to recognize how tiny daily habits can have an incredible impact on your life and your future. If you find that you struggle to change your habits, the problem isn't you, but your system. You see, your brain is wired to complete activities that are both easy and provide immediate gratification. Luckily, James Clear provides a proven system that will help you change your habits and take your life to new heights. Through this book, you will learn how to make time for new habits, overcome a lack of motivation and willpower, design your environment to make success easier, and learn how tracking your habits and finding an accountability partner will help you succeed. Chapter 1. Why small habits can make a big difference. When it comes to success, many people are focused on the wrong thing. They focus on the end goal versus the journey it takes to get there, and believe big decisions will get them to their final destination. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, 1% of improvement each day means that you will be 37 times better than you once were. But if you decline 1% every day, you will decline nearly to zero. In other words,
fantastic, what a powerful thought. Okay, and this is one of my favorite book. Okay, you can copy this link and you can subscribe to this channel. Okay, and just spend 15 to 20 minutes every day in the morning. You will find it very, very different energy throughout the day. Okay, it's actually a new you for the new year. If you build this habit, it'll change a lot of things for you. Okay, and the 1% improvement formula which he shares, it's incredible. Okay, gives a lot of amazing examples and how things can change for us if you can just start working on few key habits. Okay, he calls them as what that is cornerstone habit or something. Okay, very, very powerful. If you start building those few habits, it will change your life completely. And reading to such kind of books and getting that kind of energy is absolutely incredible. Okay, so how many of you will start reading from tomorrow, at least for 15 minutes every day? Just type I in the comment box. Yes. Only 15 minutes. Yeah, for new you in 2023. Yes, Selva Kumar, great. Yes, Meghna, wonderful. Oh, lovely. Now suddenly there are a lot of eyes. I'm very happy. Yes, good, fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so this is the one thing which I want to tell you. Okay, when it comes to viewing yourself, And I'm telling you, your self-image will change once you start putting this input. And in today's session, even if you take this one hack, I think it will be a great hack for all of us. Okay, next question. Okay, answer this. Okay, and I don't want to know what you're writing, but I definitely want you to answer this question. Okay, who are my top 3 role models? That will be easy, I guess. Okay, write it down. Your top 3 role models. Who are they? Thank you, Suresh sir. Okay, written. Let's go ahead. Okay, now this is the important question after that question. What are the qualities you admire in them? Okay, when you look at your role models, which are the qualities which you really admire in them? Okay, first I want you to write it in your book and then you can share them in a comment box. I'll be happy to know. Maybe I'll get some more knowledge. Yes, Abdul Kalam, absolutely. APJ Abdul Kalam, absolutely right. Okay. So write down, okay, Rudresh is saying they are extremely good at what they do, absolutely, okay, extremely committed, extremely passionate, extremely focused in whatever they do, and they create extraordinary transformation for the world, okay. So that's incredibly important, okay. So give me your role models if you can, or at least the qualities which you really appreciate in them. Yeah. Very important. I'm giving you 2 minutes for this. Okay, then we'll go ahead. Write it down. Okay. Suddenly you'll realize that these are the things which really inspire you. Okay. And then you ask the question, am I really working to build these qualities in me, or I'm just admiring these qualities rather than working on them? Yes, calm and knowledgeable, absolutely. Yes, Ramchandran sir, very, very important. Anybody else? Okay, Suresh sir is saying Oscar Wilde, PJ Donalby, and Clarence. Okay, and looking through life through rose color glasses. Fantastic, very nice, awesome, fantastic. Anybody else like to share their role models and their qualities? Yeah. Okay, they're saying they think big. Okay, Salkumar is saying self-discipline and perseverance. Very, very important. Okay, so before I come to this next question, what are your top strengths? Let me ask you this question first. Okay, so let me blank it for some time. Okay, so I'll just take these two things. Okay, self-discipline and perseverance. If you have to rate yourself on self-discipline and perseverance, what will be your rating on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay, write it down in your book. You don't have to share it with me, that's okay. But on self-discipline, what is your self-rating? And in perseverance, once you commit to something, let's say you commit to an exercise, you commit to meditation, you commit to a good diet, okay, you commit to adequate sleep, you commit to upgrading yourself, okay, whatever that may be, what is your perseverance score or a self discipline score that you said एक बार मैंने ठान ली तो मैं फिर अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता, I'll do it every day, a kind of thing. Okay, so just just write that score for you, and whatever that score, if the score is 5 or 6, ask yourself, what can I do to take it to 6 or 7 or 8 or 9? Okay, what are the things which are required to take my self discipline and perseverance to the next level? Okay, do you think this is important? Very, very important question, and important introspection if you really want to move ahead this year into a new you in this new year. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. So let's move to the next question. Okay. Okay, it's currently 5. Thank you. A lot of scope for improvement, and think what you can do to take it to the next level. Okay, next, very favorite question. I know all of you will like this question. What are your top 3 strengths? Okay, quickly comment them in a comment box. According to you, what are your top 3 strengths? Yes. If I'm going very fast, if I'm going slow, okay, just let me know so that I'll adjust my pace, no problem. If it's going absolutely fine, that's also okay. Let me know that. Okay, what are your top 3 strengths? What makes you you? Okay. What has contributed you becoming you? You feel that these are the cornerstones of my personality. Okay, these are my 3 strengths that has taken me here. Yes, so Lester is saying always smiling, fantastic, very calm, superb, and respect to others, amazing, very nice. Okay, and here people who are sharing, I must appreciate them. They're coming out and sharing. Okay, and I truly admire that, I respect that. Others who are not sharing, that's okay, but you can definitely if you feel that these qualities are important for a personal success, to make this year a better year, you can always copy them, okay, and start working on them. Okay, so Suresh sir is saying patience and the ability to listen, very very powerful. Okay, very powerful. So how do you listen? Okay, now today I was listening to Osho yesterday, and Osho said in today's world nobody listens. Okay, everybody is either talking or preparing to talk. Whether they are talking or if they are listening to somebody, they are actually already preparing to talk. Once that person stops, what I will say, they are only preparing that. Okay, I'm sure most of you will agree to that. And listening is a very very powerful skill. Okay, and as you move into your leadership role and leadership ladder, these things will make huge difference. Okay, so for listening, first is eye to eye contact. Okay, very important. Then verbal and non-verbal signals that you are listening. Okay, so you nod and you show that you are listening. You give some verbal responses. Okay, okay, and you show that you are listening. Very very important. Okay, then you write down when somebody is speaking, because you cannot write if you are not listening to that person. Okay, you will not be able to write if you are not listening to that person. Okay, so listen to them. Okay, clarify if you have any questions. If you don't understand anything, don't hesitate to clarify things, and finally summarize whatever they are saying to tell them what you have understood. Okay, many a times, okay, people don't believe what they see, they only see what they believe. Okay, so anybody who's trying to understand you will always understand you from their past experiences, and there can be a huge gap between what you are trying to communicate and what those people are understanding. So it's always better, if you are telling somebody, ask what you have understood. If you are understanding to somebody, always tell them, from whatever we have discussed, I have understood you want 1 2 3, or you need me to do 1 2 3, something like that. Okay, that will give more clarity. Okay, and last two, in listening, keep your mobile away when you are listening to somebody, very very important, and don't interrupt when that person is speaking. Okay, so that will take your listening to next level. Do you think these tips are very powerful? Yes, just type P in the comment box if you think these tips are powerful. Yes, so we have covered Suresh sir. Okay, Sham sir, I'm saying honesty, yes, patience, and a good listener. Another, I think on a similar line. So fantastic. So this thing saying confident, being friendly and honest. Yeah, okay. So honesty is coming again and again. Okay. Being nice, saying creativity, committed and sincere. Fantastic. Very nice. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Super. So I'm sure these questions are forcing you to dig inside you, and we will come out with a lot of gems that will help us to make this year a wonderful year. Okay. Next question. what are the top obstacles you have overcome and how do you do so? Okay, very powerful question. Okay. According to you, when you look back over your life, you think that these were the major obstacles in my life, and I have done 1, 2, 3 that has helped me to overcome these obstacles. Okay, it's okay even if you don't share this with me, but I definitely want you to reflect back for next 3 minutes. Write down your greatest obstacles, okay, one or two top obstacles, and then ask yourself, what are those things which helped you to overcome them. Okay, I'm closing my video and audio, playing a music for next 2 minutes. Write this down and then we'll come back. Super, wonderful. Okay, so let me ask you interval question. Okay, whatever we are doing, is it adding some value to you? If you're finding this useful, just type yes in the comment box so that I'll move ahead. Yes, thank you, Meghna. Yes, Sadlai sir, thank you. Yes, Kumar sir, thank you. Yes, Sandakumar sir, thank you. Very nice. Okay, and I'll tell you, generally we are so engrossed in our day-to-day activities that we seldom introspect on these aspects, and now we are into that environment where I'm forcing you to get inside you and answer some very critical, valuable questions. Okay, and once you start getting those answers, maybe then you will start adjusting your sail to go into the right direction. Okay, you may not be able to change the direction of the wind, but you can always adjust the direction of your sail. Okay, and then maybe your boat will start moving in the right direction. Okay, very, very important. So let's go ahead. Okay, next question. What do you love doing in terms of your career and passion? Okay, so this is your passion area. I know this is a very obvious answer and you have a very clear answer onto this. Okay, so I love speaking for living. Okay, so that's my passion and I'm always I'm always speaking somewhere or the other. Okay, Sachin Tendulkar has shared once. He said that when when your vocation becomes your profession, life is simply a vacation. Okay, so if you're able to translate what you love into into your profession, then you just enjoy, and people pay you a lot of money for doing that. Okay, very important. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, another question. Okay, very important question. What do you like about yourself? Okay, these are 1, 2, 3, 4 things which I really like about myself. Okay, answer this question. I'll give you a minute to answer this. This is a very simple one. So giving you a minute, write down the answer. What do you like about yourself? Yes, wonderful answer by Suresh sir. He's saying everything. Okay, I like everything about myself. Okay, so generally I have a community where every day we have a process where you have to do self appreciation. Okay, so morning when you get ready for your work, when you're going out, just look into the mirror, think about at least one thing which you did yesterday, for which you feel proud of yourself. Then you look into your eyes and you say, I'm the best, I love myself. Okay, I'm the best, I love myself. So you keep reinforcing your self image that you're doing right things, you are moving in the right direction, life is good and better things are happening, and that helps like anything. Okay, so I agree with you, Suresh sir. Ultimately we have to love everything about ourselves. There's no chance, whatever God has given us, we have to love everything. Yes. So let's say is saying patience and always smile. Okay, wonderful, no problem. Okay, let's go ahead. What makes you lose track of time? Generally, what are you doing at that time? You forget about time. You forget about hunger, thirst, what other people are saying. You just didn't care, because you are so engrossed and involved in what you're doing. Yes. What makes you lose track of time? Okay. Maybe the answer is very simple. Write the answer down. Okay, recognizing gardening, fantastic. Yes, that's a amazing hobby, I must say. Okay, we just lose track of everything. Okay, amazing, super. Okay, whatever is your answer. Okay, because you have to ensure that if it is your profession, that's great. But even if it is not your profession, ensure that once a week you spend good time doing it. Okay, very important. Your job, your service, your profession, your business will tell you what to do, okay, or how to live, okay. But your passion, which makes you lose track of time, will always tell you why to live. Okay, it will give you purpose. It will give you a lot of clarities. Okay, it's like another meditation which gives a lot of clarity. Okay, so ensure that at least every week you spend 2 to 3 hours recharging your emotional batteries, so that every Monday you are back on track. Okay, so generally I know you do these sessions on last Friday, but I am traveling. I have a lot of trainings. That's the reason it is happening on Monday. But you know, Monday, if you are with full energy, enthusiasm, and vigor, that will happen because you know your emotional batteries are completely charged. I know so many people who needs to be dragged on Monday to their jobs or offices because their emotional batteries are completely discharged. Okay, so ensure that you will spend at least 2 to 3 hours every week recharging your emotional batteries with the things you lose track of time. Very important. Now, next question. Okay, in similar line, but it's a very powerful question. Okay, let's try to answer this question. If money was abundant in your life, what would you do? if you don't have a problem of money, time, and choice. Okay, generally I call this as freedom of money, freedom of time, and freedom of choice. Okay, if there is abundant money in your life, what would you do? Okay, don't give us the answer. Write down in your book or on paper. Okay, Uma ma'am is saying charity and travel. Fantastic. Okay, that's what generally people think, that you know when they have a lot of money they will do these two things. Okay, they will do a lot of charity and they will travel. Okay, so I agree with you, ma'am. Okay, if all of you have answered this question, let me move to the more relevant question which is coming next to this. Okay, so I know a lot of us will love to do charity and would love to travel, but this question will make more sense. Okay, what's that one thing you will still keep doing if you have all the riches in the world? And I want you to answer this question. Yes, Santakumar sir is saying spend for feeding people. Yeah, that's charity. I understand. Okay, now let's move to the next question and answer this. Okay, what's that one thing that you will still keep doing if you have all the riches in the world? And Uma ma'am is saying yes, grow spiritually. I completely agree. Okay, in Pune, there's Dr. Jagdish Hiremat, and he says that our personal, physical, mental, emotional, and social health is very important. But beyond this 5 health, okay, the most important health is spiritual health. And if you're spiritually healthy, then rest all other healths will be taken care, because your view of looking at life will completely change. Okay, that's very powerful. So grow spiritually. Very nice. Anybody else? Any other answer? Okay, even if you have all the riches in the world, you will still do this thing. What's that thing? Yeah. Yes. If you ask me, I would love to keep transforming minds. Okay, I'm a life mastery coach who want to help people win life to achieve heights. Okay, I want them to master their life so that they achieve new heights. Very important. Okay, and that's the only thing I would like to do. Okay, or keep doing throughout my life. Keep transforming people so that they understand life better, they can manage life better. Very important. And I'm sure most of you know what you really want to do. Okay, next question, very powerful question. What completes you as a person? Yes, as a person you think these things complete you. Try to answer this question. What completes you as a person? Satisfaction. Wonderful, Uma ma'am. Yes, satisfaction. Yes. Any other answer by anybody else? Yes, Rudesh is also saying same. Lovely. So satisfaction. Wonderful. One minute. Okay, these are very important and deep questions. Okay, once you start answering, you will realize where we are heading. Okay. Next question. Now, till this time we were looking at your perspective. Now this question is looking at other person's perspective. Okay, what are you usually complimented for? Okay, where do you get maximum compliments? Yes. What are you complimented for? Give me the answer. Shoot. Confidence? Amazing. I can see that. The way you're answering, I know you're a very confident person. Yes. Anybody else? Confidence? Very nice. Oh, lovely. Santakumar sir, being simple, lovely. Okay. Being down to earth, Shyam sir, yes, you are. I completely endorse that. Fantastic. Very nice. Anything else? Anybody else? Yes. Compassion. Okay. Yes. Simple, being down to earth. Satisfaction. Okay. Yes. Super. Commitment. Lovely. Okay. एक बार मैंने बोल दिया तो मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता हूँ. Yes, very very important. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, and here are a few goal related questions. Okay, since we are into a new year, let's have some goal related questions. Okay, so what skills do you have to achieve your goal? Okay, so let's decide on a goal which you really want to pursue this year. Okay, how many of you have set goals for 2023? Just type me in the comment box. Yes. How many of you have set goals for 2023? Just type me in the comment box. Yes, these are my yearly goals. Okay, Uma ma'am. Okay, yes. Anybody else? You have goals for this year. Okay, Meghna ma'am. Wonderful. Okay. So, sir, very good. Anybody else? Yes. Have you set goals for 2023? Okay. Which is that one goal you feel if you don't achieve that in this year, then you have wasted 2023. You have to achieve it anyhow. At any cost, you have to achieve that goal. Is there any goal like that? If you have such goal, none. Okay. Okay. If you have any such goal, then write G in the comment box. Okay. Very important. Okay. So ultimately, in goal setting, the Pareto's principle, 80-20 principle. Okay. 20% of the things will give you 80% of the results. If you go one level down, that is 20% of 20%, only 4% of things will give you 80% ka 80%, that is 64% of the results. Okay, 4% of things are responsible for 64% of your results, and if you actually go one level down, then 1% of your efforts are responsible for almost 50% of your results. Okay, and if you focus on a right goal with all intention, all might, all energy, all focus, all concentration, suddenly it will have a multiplying effect, or beyond imagination results you will start receiving, because you are working on a right goal. Okay, for many people their health is a concern, and since they are not healthy, they are not able to be productive as much as they are expecting. And the moment their health starts transforming, suddenly all other areas of their life will start transforming. Okay, very very important. For many people, communication is a great challenge. Okay, they know a lot of things, but they are not able to express those things. Okay, they have their own barriers. Okay, and once you start mastering them, suddenly their life turns into 360 degrees or 180 degree, and things start changing very very fast. Okay, so what is that one goal which you really want to achieve? Okay, it can be in terms of in a professional, it can be a financial goal, professional goal, it can be a health goal, it can be a relationship goal, anything. Okay, something which is behaving like a bottleneck for you for your next level of growth. Okay, if you have decided that. Okay, so let's go ahead. If you have one such goal, at least one goal, okay, just type 1 in the comment box. If you have at least one such goal which you are working on in 2023, just type 1 in the comment box. Lovely, Uma ma'am. Yes, Meghna. Super. So 2 people have goals. Anybody else? I'm not going to ask any questions to you, don't worry. Okay, just give me an answer if you have a goal. Sham sir, yes, definitely. Anybody else? One goal for 2023 is the most important goal. Okay. Yes. Siddhai sir. Selva Kumar sir. Wonderful. Super. Okay. Stephen Covey, I have just referred about Stephen Covey. So if you go to YouTube and if you find about, if you try to find out about this goal, about this training, the recording is available in audio form, I guess. And the name of the training is 4 Disciplines of Execution. Okay, if you really want to achieve your goal, then there is a training program by Stephen Covey, free of cost. It's available online. Okay, it's called as 4 Disciplines of Execution. Okay, and in 4 Disciplines of Execution, Stephen Covey speaks about 4 important things. First, he says you need a wildly important goal, which I shared. Wildly important goal. If you miss that goal, then you have wasted a year. Okay, so you need to have a wildly important goal. That's the first thing. Then he says next step is convert that into a compelling scoreboard. Okay, convert that into a compelling scoreboard. Okay, so divide that goal into smaller goals. If you have a yearly goal, divide it quarterly, then monthly, then weekly, and if possible, divide it daily. Okay, and at least for your monthly goal, you should have a scoreboard. Okay, so if you go to a match, if you go to a stadium and you're delayed by half an hour, the moment you reach to your seat, okay, before you actually start watching the match, the first question you'll ask person next to you is, what is the score? Okay, and fortunately or unfortunately, unless and until we are very clear about our score, where we are standing, what we need to do, how much fast we have to move, we will never move in the right direction. Okay, that's very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, so create a compelling scoreboard. First is have a wildly important goal, then create a compelling scoreboard. Okay, third step is convert your lofty goals into specific actions. Okay, goals are very lofty. Okay, it's just a number. Every year we plan it, we achieve it, it's great. If you don't achieve it, it's great. Okay, because it's just a lofty number. But what are the actions which you will do consistently every day that will take you closer to your goal? Okay, what will you do to eat the elephant piece by piece on a consistent basis? What are those 2, 3, 4 things you will do every day that will take you there? Okay, that's a very important question. Very important question. Okay, I used to train a lot for insurance people. So there is a prestigious award called as MDRT for insurance. It's around 40 lakh rupees business they have to do, 40 lakh rupees of premium. And we never talk about that 40 lakh rupees. Okay, we just say that divide it into monthly goals. How are you going to achieve those 40 lakhs? Okay, and the next thing what you have to do is every day at 10 o'clock call 10 people to take appointments, meet a minimum 3 people every day, and generate 5 new references every day. Okay, so these 2 rules are called 10 by 10, 5 by 3. Okay, every day 10 o'clock call 10 people, meet 3 people, get 5 references. If you keep doing this throughout the year and just keep improving on your knowledge, attitude, skill and habit, you are an MDRT. Okay, so similarly, whatever goal you have decided, unless and until you have divided into smaller chunks and decided on a specific actions which you need to do every day, you are not going to hit your goal. Let me tell you very openly at this stage of the year. How many of you think this is really powerful? Just type P in the comment box. If you feel whatever 3 steps I have shared is very, very powerful. Okay, have a wildly important goal, break it down into smaller goals, put it onto your scoreboard so that you can see it every day, so that it can inspire you every day. And third is convert those lofty goals into specific actions. These are the 1, 2, 3 things which I'll do every day, okay, throughout the year, that will take me closer to my goal. Okay, fourth, very important. Okay, making each other accountable all of the time. Okay, so you need an accountability partner who at least once a week sits with you, either online and offline, and ask you these 4 magic questions. First is achievement. You're trying to achieve that. Okay, what is the achievement for the week? Okay, and you said, I have decided to do 10 things, I have already done 6. So 6 is my achievement. Okay, first is what is your achievement, second is what are your challenges. Okay, achievement, challenges. Okay, third is help required. Okay, so where do you need help and who can help you. Okay, help required. And fourth is plan for the next week. Achievement, challenges, help required, and plan for the next week. Achievement, challenges, help required, plan for next week. If you have somebody to ask this question on a regular basis, then you will be kept on track. Otherwise, it's very easy to get lost into so many shiny objects which are coming your way. Okay, it's very, very important that have somebody who will help you to stay focused, stay on track towards your goal. Okay, make sense? Yes? Is it making sense? Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay. Okay. So whatever goal you have decided. Okay. What skills do you have to achieve this goal? Okay. Whatever is your goal, which are the skills which will help you to achieve that goal? Okay. Contemplate on this. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Okay. Either you have those skills, or you realize that you don't have those skills. You have to work on those skills. Very, very important. Yeah, giving you a minute. I hope you have answered this question. Let's move to the next question. Okay. Why else would I need to achieve this goal? Okay. What is my why? Okay. Which will push me to achieve this goal. Okay. So this is very, very important. Okay. What you want to achieve is just 5% important. Why you want to achieve is 95% important. Okay. Imagine there is a room, the door is closed, both of us are standing outside that room, and I'm telling you to break the door. And you say, okay, I'll break it, but you're not taking any action. And then I tell you, your entire family is locked inside. There is a leaked gas cylinder, and by mistake, if somebody presses any electricity button, then what will happen? I don't know. Now in that situation, will you ask me how to break this door? If I come in between, you will kill me and break that door, because you know exactly why you have to break that door. Okay. Many times, if you decide the goal and the why is not very, very compelling, then people don't take action, or they give up on their first major roadblock. Okay, that's what happens with most of our resolutions. Okay, we have resolutions, but our why is not very, very strong, and the moment first temptation comes, okay, you have decided this year I am not going to drink, or any other bad habit, and suddenly day third, a friend comes and he says, क्या कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता चल. Okay, and suddenly the environment becomes so compelling that you forget about your goal, because your why is not very, very clear and compelling. Okay, your why do not have enough power, and that's the reason it is very easy to deviate from your goal. Okay, so whatever goal you have written, write down why you really want to achieve that goal. Okay, I think this is another very powerful question. Very powerful question. I'm going to give you 30 seconds for this. Yes, Uma ma'am, very, very important. Okay, prove to be worthy. Okay, many times we have to prove our self-worth to ourselves and to others. Okay, very important. So I respect that. Very important. Yes, let's go ahead. Next question. When do I want to achieve this? Okay, by what time, whichever goal you have taken, you would like to achieve that. Answer that question. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. I'm just looking at the annual range, but if you have something which you need to complete by August, September, October, you can write down that also. That's okay. Okay, let's go there. Now, this is very interesting. Okay. What would happen if I achieve this goal? Okay. Okay, wonderful, Uma ma'am. By June, tathastu. Okay. So now, this is a very important question. I'm going to play a music. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and you just have to visualize that you have already achieved this goal. Okay. And after achieving that goal, maybe you are with your family members or your friends, and they're achieving. It is unbelievable, how have you achieved this goal? And then you are sharing your experience. Okay. You're telling them, what all happened, what all obstacles you faced, what strategy you focused on, what things you did regularly. Okay. Then you are somewhere, you're looking at that environment, you're listening to something, you're saying something. Okay. Try to get as many details as possible in next 2 minutes. What will happen when you achieve that goal? Let me give you 2 minutes. Awesome. I know it's a very wonderful feeling when you think about it. Okay. And maybe if you have visualized it right, you have already felt that, you have achieved it. Okay. It's very powerful. My request would be, whatever you have felt in last 2 minutes, okay, you have to ensure that at least twice a day, you close your eyes and keep feeling that. That will give you enough motivation to keep, moving in the direction of your goals. Okay. Generally, I do a lot of goal setting sessions. Okay. So I have a principle, I have a principle of, how you can write the goals. So it says, 20% of the people in this world have dreams. Out of that 20%, that's only 4% of the people convert their dreams into goals. Okay. So how do you convert your dreams into a goal? You answer the questions. Okay. What you want, how much you want, and by when you want. Okay. That's the basic. You can do it smart and other things also. Okay. Out of that 20%, write it down. Out of that 20%, read it twice. Out of that 20%, will close their eyes and visualize as if they have already achieved the goal. Okay. They will not think about how they will achieve. They will only see they have already achieved what will be the situation, and finally out of that 20% will share it with others. Okay. And 3 kind of people you have to share your goals. Okay. Like-minded, mentors, okay, who are already ahead in the journey, like-minded people who are pursuing the same goals, and well-wishers, people who really wish good for you. Okay. You have to start sharing your goals with that kind of people. Okay. So it's very, very powerful. I'm telling you, if you start following this, 2023 will be a very different year, because there's a different energy. You're focusing on different things. And my very favorite quote, Wherever your focus goes, energy flows and result shows. Okay, very powerful. Now another question, okay, how would your surrounding change when you achieve this goal? Okay, so whatever is your goal, if you achieve that, how things or how surrounding will change? Think about it for a minute, write it down. What will happen? Okay, will you get more financial security where you will raise your own status, your bar, whether you will feel good about yourself, whether your self-image will improve, okay, whether people will start respecting you more, okay, whether you will have a more healthier life. It can be anything. Yeah. Yes, Umam is saying more of everything, money, satisfaction, workload, fabulously, amazing, very nice. Okay, let me move to the next and the last question for today. Okay, and then we'll stop here. Then I would love to have your questions before we close by 6, and any sharing or however you feel, we'll go to that. Okay, so how would you remind yourself to stay on track in this journey? Okay, what are those 1, 2, 3, 4 things you will do so that you remain on track? Okay, think about this question, answer this question, and then we will stop here. Yes. How would you remind yourself to stay on track? Because it's very easy to get lost on this track and forget about where we were heading. Okay, a ship that misses half a degree every day moving from America to Australia eventually lands to India. Okay, just half a degree shift and the destination has completely changed. Okay, so how do you keep yourself on track? Yeah, give me some answers. Collective responsibility, okay, very nice. Okay, so how do you have people to take that collective responsibility? What kind of things? Okay, Ritesh is saying note down goal and read it before going to bed. Absolutely. So I've already told you. Okay, write it down, read it twice, visualize it as if it is already complete, and share it with people who will keep reinforcing that, boss, you have decided to achieve this. Okay, what is the progress, what help you need, okay, what else you are doing to achieve that. Okay, so have a mastermind kind of thing, have an accountability partner. Okay, very, very important. Yes, anything else what you would like to do to be on track? Okay, yes, put alarms. Yes, put alarms. Scheduled regular meetings with people who can support you. Yes, absolutely right. Very nice. Super, fantastic. I think that's good enough. Okay, I have I have jotted down a lot of other questions, but I think for today this is good enough. This is good enough. Okay, we are already at 5:51. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, 1 minute. Super. Yes, wonderful. So to summarize today's session, the first one is, okay, the most important question which we asked is, on your tombstone, what are the things you would like to be written that this was the person who achieved these things. Okay, so begin with the end in mind. That's the first thing, you know, you have to start doing. Second, my most important suggestion to all of you, start reading at least, you know, for 15 to 20 minutes something from quick read. I have already shared the link. If people have joined late, let me again, you know, share that link. Just give me a second. Okay, I'll share the link of quick read to all of you. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, so copy this link and start listening to at least one book summary every day. This year you will complete 365 books. I'm telling you, if you just practice this one simple habit of reading for, you know, 15 minutes, that's the second thing. Third, have a very well clearly defined goal, okay, and follow the 4 disciplines of execution and start sticking to your goal, so that by the end of this year we will find a new you in you this new year. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, raise hand. I'll unmute you. You can ask the questions, and then I'll hand it back to Shyam sir. Yeah, anybody? Yes, anybody with any questions before we actually complete the session? Thank you, Sulay sir. Good session, no doubt. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Meghna has raised hand. I'll unmute her. Yes, Meghna, go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to share something related to your session actually.
Please.
Something that sometimes we know what exactly we want, but we just look for a trigger sort of a thing wherein we can get just connected. It happened to me like few weeks back actually. I knew I wanted to work on myself because my anxiety levels and my stress levels had gone too high, like in last few years. But I was not able to connect and I was not able to. So you're able to hear?
I am. Yeah, go ahead.
But I was not able to convince myself or get into how exactly I could work on myself. But recently I volunteered. I have been associated with Isha Foundation.
Super.
And I had done my inner engineering back in 2018.
My goodness.
But I was still not connected. Like I used to practice hardly, but I was not dedicated. But recently I volunteered at one of their events. That was when it really triggered me. And now since then I've been practicing. I've started going back to gym.
Fantastic.
Like spending an hour in the evening at gym and again meditating early mornings. So sometimes it's that trigger or somebody who is motivates you sort of, and this session was really helpful to me because I could connect.
Thank you. God bless you. Wonderful. Okay, and this is just a beginning. Okay, so maybe, you know, Shyam sir, next time we will speak about time and stress management also. That's another, you know,
Yes,
one of
yeah.
my very favorite area, and all of us needs that. Okay, so I'll prepare something and I'll come with that. Okay, so thank you, Meghna, for sharing this.
Thank you, sir.
It really boosted my confidence also. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, wonderful. Anybody else before we close? Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Shyam sir, back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again for this wonderful session and such an interactive session. So it was really enjoyable also. And really thank you again. Thank you for coming and doing this.
Thank you.
And thanking all the participants to be here today. And we hope to see you again next month. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.